that there was SriLankan Airlines has failed to release the Airbus A320 to an Indian company, Air Indigo. Now, this aircraft was returned 64 days ago when the lease agreement period expired. In response to our report, SriLankan Airlines contacted Newsfirst via email to clarify the reason for the delay.
SriLankan Airlines said, while the particular aircraft was subject to a lease return check, it was found that the two lateral cockpit window panel frames required to be replaced due to metal fatigue. The airline statement mentioned two options for the repair work: outsource to a working party from Airbus at an approximate cost of $1.7 million to carry out the repair in-house at a cost of $500,000. The airline said it chose the second option as it was a saving, with an Airbus repair expert on site in Colombo overseeing the repair and was completed within the stipulated timeline. Later, the aircraft concerned was sent abroad for a complete paint event of the full aircraft. The airline states SriLankan Engineering's facilities cannot paint a full aircraft due to not having the required regulatory approval for this task, nor a sealed paint hanger.
Why does SriLankan Airlines not have regulatory approval for this task, and has SriLankan ever done in-house aircraft painting? If SriLankan knew that they had to send the aircraft overseas for the paintwork, why was it done after the lease agreement period expired?
SriLankan went on to say, during that period, the airline's engineers noticed that the front lower skin panels of the aircraft, which were removed to replace the window panels, showed indentations.
Who is responsible for the damage? Why was it not noticed when the release return check was conducted in-house?
I want to focus your attention on the costs that are involved in the story that we are discussing right now. SriLankan Airlines said that they requested the services of a third party, and that is why there was a delay in returning this aircraft. Now, for holding this aircraft for one single day, the cost that will be involved is about $12,000. When you convert it into Sri Lankan rupees, that's about 1.86 million Sri Lankan rupees. When going further, if you look at it, it has been 64 days since the airplane was delayed, and the total amount that is involved is $768,000, and that amount equals to a staggering 119 million rupees. We know that there are a lot of people across the island who are suffering with a lack of water, clean drinking water, without access to clean drinking water throughout the island nation. And the way they obtain their clean drinking water is through a machine called the reverse osmosis machine, or the RO machine, which is a water filter. If we have 119 million rupees, we can provide 85 such water purification machines. And through that, we will be able to provide clean drinking water to about 255,000 people living in our own country. Now, when you look at the losses of SriLankan Airlines for the year 2016, the loss stands at a staggering 14.1 billion rupees. You think that this is a big amount, but when you look at the amount, compare it to the last year, this is an increase of about 10 billion Sri Lankan rupees.
Who is responsible for this colossal cost to be borne by the public? Where is the CEO of SriLankan Airlines? While they enjoy all the perks of the job, will the CEO and the board be held accountable?
It's back to the studio. That's all we have to you regarding the SriLankan Airlines. We'll have constant updates regarding the SriLankan Airlines and this A320 controversy that we are in discussion. Back to the studio, Azra and Sandaru.